everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to day 12 of my 25 Days of Craftmas series. Today I'm showing you how to make this cute Christmas door hanger with your Cricut. This embroidery hoop door hanger is easy to make and is the perfect way to welcome family and friends to your home during the holiday season. Now let's go take a look at the supply list and get started. For this project you'll need some Christmas fabric, some white heat transfer vinyl, an embroidery hoop, jute twine, a hot glue gun and glue, Christmas embellishments, wire, an easy press or iron, and of course, your Cricut, a cutting mat, and the cut file. So grab your supplies and head over to your computer. The first thing we need to do is grab the SVG file we'll be using for this project. You can get it for free on my blog at burtonavenue.com. I keep all the SVG files for the projects I make and share in my free SVG library. These files will work with all kinds of cutting machines and they're free to everyone. Once you're on my site, just go to Free SVG Files and then Free SVG Library. You will need a password to get into the library and there are instructions on the screen if you need to get one. For this project, we're going to be using the cut file called Peace on Earth, BA2112. To find it, just use your browser search and type in 2112. Once you've found the link, go ahead and click on it, and the files will be downloaded onto your computer. So I'm going to show you how to set up and cut this design in Cricut Design Space. If you're not sure how to unzip and import designs into Cricut Design Space, be sure to check out my step-by-step tutorial. So this is what the design will look like when you first import it onto your Canvas screen. So now we just need to resize it so that it will work with our project. To do that, I'm going to create a circle that is the same size as my embroidery hoop. So I'm going to go to Shapes, and then I'm going to choose Circle, and then I'm going to go up here and make sure the padlock is closed, and I'm going to put in the dimensions of my hoop, and mine measures 14 inches. And then you'll also want to click on Arrange and choose Send to Back. And that will just bring your design in front of that circle. I'm also going to go down here and click on the minus sign so I can see everything a little bit better. Okay, and now you can select your design and then just drag on these arrows and resize it until it looks good. So I resized my design to almost 11.5 inches by just over 11 inches tall. And that size is great because we can cut it on one sheet of heat transfer vinyl. Now when I actually put the design in the embroidery hoop, I want to shift it a little bit towards the bottom because I'm going to have some branches at the top of my hoop and I don't want them to cover the words. So I think this size is going to work just great. And then when you are happy with your size, you can select that circle and delete it. The last thing that we need to do on this screen is just select the design and right click and choose Attach. And now we can go up and click on the green Make It button. And then we'll be taken to this screen. And this is just going to show us what the design will look like on our cutting mat. Now we are cutting this out of heat transfer vinyl. So we need to go over here and make sure that the mirror is turned on. And you see that flips the design in reverse. Once everything on this screen looks good, you can click on the green Continue button. Once Design Space finds your Cricut, you'll be taken to this screen. Make sure your dial is set to iron on. And when you do that, you'll just get this little warning that you need to make sure the mirror is turned on, which we can see over here it is. And that when we load our material, we need to make sure that the shiny side is facing down. So now we can go over and load our cutting mat. So you're going to place a sheet of heat transfer vinyl, shiny side down on your cutting mat. Load it into your Cricut by pressing the up and down arrow button. When your Cricut is ready to cut, you'll see the C button light up. Press that and the machine will begin cutting. When everything has been cut, you can press the up and down arrow button again to unload your mat. Use your weeding tool to help you remove the excess vinyl from around the design. You'll also need to pull out the tiny pieces left inside of the letters. Next, place your vinyl design on your fabric. Press the design according to your manufacturer's directions. I pressed each section of my design for 15 seconds at 315 degrees. Once the entire design has been pressed, you can pull off the clear carrier sheet. Separate the embroidery hoop and place the fabric over the inside hoop. I centered my design from right to left, but as I mentioned, I wanted the design a little bit more towards the bottom so my embellishments don't cover the words. Once you're happy with the placement, you can put the outside hoop over the top. If your design shifted or isn't centered anymore, you can gently pull at the fabric to put it back in place. Once it looks good, you can tighten the hoop. Flip over the hoop and trim off all but about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch of the excess fabric, and then glue the remaining fabric to the back of the embroidery hoop. Thread some jute through the opening at the top of the embroidery hoop. Tie a knot in the jute so you can hang your hoop. The branches I'm adding to the door hanger are kind of big, and I wasn't sure if hot glue alone would keep them in place. So I threaded a piece of wire around the opening at the top that I can use to help me secure the branches in place. Then I added the branches and used hot glue to keep them in place. Once the glue was cool, I twisted the wire tightly around the branches to keep them secure. I then added some pine cones to finish off the door hanger. And that's it! This door hanger is finished. If you enjoyed this project and want to see more like it, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell so you'll get notified each time I post something new.